Hello, students. Just thought I would do a little bit of a video with you here to help explain what we're going to be doing for our next chapter in science for chapter 22, both section 1 and section number 2. Chapter 22 happens to be focusing on biomes and ecosystems. Specifically, section 1, we're going to be looking at land biomes. And so what I'd like you to do is I want you to read through section number 1, which is on pages 776 through 784. And as you read that, you're going to be reading about a total of 7 different land biomes. The land biomes happen to be a desert biome, grassland, tropical rainforest, temperate rainforest, temperate deciduous forest, the taiga, and tundra. So you're going to read about all 7 different types of those different land biomes. What I would like you to do, instead of doing a worksheet for these couple sections, I'm actually going to have you prepare your very own Google slide presentation. Included in your Google slide presentation is going to be a description of the biome. What kind of plant life do you find in that biome? What is the animal life that's in that biome? And then where is it found throughout the world? Note, if you notice the next 4 slides that you're going to see here, I have put together one on the taiga biome. You may not do the taiga since I did it, so you have to do something different than the taiga biome, but include in your presentation on slides 6 to 9. If you need more slides, feel free to add that. So I thought what I'll do is I'll just kind of show you what I kind of did for my slides. So here you notice I did it on the taiga biome. Here you see the description. The taiga biome is interesting. It's only found in the northern hemisphere. The biome takes up more land space on Earth than any other land biome. In the seasons, the winters are very long, cold, and snowy. Summers are short, warm, and moist. And the soil tends to be very thick and acidic. So things like blueberries would grow very well in an acidic soil. Pine trees grow very well in acid, whereas hardwood trees and many other types of crops that you try to raise, including grass, will not grow well in an acidic climate or acidic soil. So let's look at some of the taiga biome different plant life. It's made of conifers, which are cone-bearing trees, which usually have needle-like leaves that keep their leaves all year round. So that's why they're many times also called evergreen trees, or you think of pine trees or spruce or fir. So if you notice, I included several pictures. Here you see a picture of pine trees. These happen to be all red pine mostly. If you notice, here are some different spruce trees that you see kind of in the mountain area. And here you see fir trees. So you can even think of Christmas trees that grow very well in the taiga biome. What about animal life in the taiga biome? There's quite a bit of differences. There are many different types of birds like owls, loons, spruce grouse, and the pileated woodpecker. There are many large mammals like moose, caribou, black bear, lynx, and the wolf. There are many small mammals like mice, rabbits, squirrels, and ermine. And if you notice, I included some pictures for you. Here you see a pileated woodpecker. Here you see a caribou, which is also known as a reindeer. Here you see an ermine. An ermine is kind of in the weasel family. One of the things that always makes an ermine stand out is it has a black tip on the end of its tail. And here you see a lynx. Kind of looks like a kitty cat, but not so nice. Finally, if you notice the taiga biome, where is it found? As I said, it's only found in the northern hemisphere. Notice it's found mostly in the northern regions of North America, Northern Europe, and Northern Asia. So that's what you'll see is where it's found. So it's across Northern North America, Europe, and Asia. And it makes up the largest land area that you see on Earth. So that's kind of what I want you to do when you do a presentation on land biome. You should include at least 4 different slides. And I'll just show you. Here you see a biome. So you could enter your biome right there. So you can actually click on that. And by clicking on that, you can add that. And if you click on this, then you can edit that. And then you can insert pictures and so forth. You're going to have to do it on plant life, animal life, and also where it is found. Now, the other one I'm also going to show you is for section 2. So the first one is on the first 2-day lessons, but then the next one will be on the second 2-day lessons where we're going to do it on section 2. Section 2 is going to be different because this is going to be on aquatic ecosystems. Section 2 is on pages 786 through 794. So again, you're going to have to do it on one of the 7 aquatic ecosystems. What are those ecosystems? We have a freshwater streams and rivers, freshwater ponds and lakes, wetlands, estuaries, open ocean, ocean coastal ocean, and ocean coral reef. And again, you're going to find a description. You're going to include plant life, animal life, and where it is found. Note the next 4 slides will be a model that I put together on estuaries. You may not do estuaries since I did it. Include your presentation on slides 6 to 9, and if you want more slides, feel free to do so. So again, I'll model for you what I did on estuaries. So what is an estuary? It is found along coastal areas where fresh water drains into a saltwater body of water. The saltwater body's salinity, how much salt is in that water, will be reduced because fresh water is actually draining into it. Estuaries protect coastal lands from erosion, flooding, and pollution. They also provide abundant nutrients for both aquatic plants and fish, birds, and different animals. So here you see some pictures of fresh water draining into a salt body of water. Now, what about the plant life? There are many different types of grasses that can grow in both freshwater and saltwater ecosystems, like spike grass and sea lavender. So here you see some spike grass or some seagrass that's growing there. Trees that are made to survive both a high tide and low tide, like mangrove. Look at how our Lord designed their root system. So if you notice here, you can see the roots all sticking out. So some of the time when the tide comes in, much of those roots will be underwater, but now you notice that they're not. And then what about animal life? There are many marine organisms like sea bass, the burrfish, oysters, crabs, and snails. Here you see a picture of a sea bass. There are many birds who eat marine organisms like egrets and herons. Here you see a picture of an egret. There are many mammals like otter, opossum, raccoons, and even grizzlies up in Alaska. Notice I included a picture of an otter right there. There are many reptiles like alligators, crocodiles, lizards, and turtles. And notice got some pictures of some crocodiles that you see. Finally, where are they found? Any place where a freshwater stream or river empties into a saltwater body, so usually around all the coastal areas. And they're found in all the continents except the continent of Antarctica. So if you notice in my map, you'll notice that it's always along kind of coastal areas that you see that are where a continent is draining into an ocean area. And you notice it's on all 6 continents with the exception of Antarctica, which is down here. So finally, on your slides, you choose an aquatic ecosystem, and you can go ahead and you can always edit those things. And I'll just kind of show you how you can do that. So if you go in, you can always just click on that, and then you'll be able to do editing there. You'll be able to click right there, and you can always go on to insert image. And as you do that, you can search the web and find different types of things that you want to do information on. So I hope you enjoy this project for both section 1 and section 2. We're going to do land biomes, and then you're also going to do an aquatic ecosystems. If you have any questions, don't feel free to reach out to me.